Buddy. Herbie, Billy D, thank you. Nerds, thank you. Bill, Nerdy and Catzilla, meow, 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 meow. Good morning, everybody. Problem solved over at the old house, so we got that happened. Good morning, everybody. Marky Z, good morning. It's a great day to be kind. It is a wonderful day to be kind, Pacers. We've all been practicing. Good morning, Tin Can. Good morning. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Wait, where is this? Good morning, Cleaning. Good morning, Carnivorous. Good morning. Thank you, Herbs. Thank you. I've never had. Well, each year it gets better and better. Isn't that crazy? Each year I get more and more happy birthdays. I've never had so many happy birthdays before 8 a.m. in my whole life. I probably had a good 25 messages in my DM this morning. You guys are pretty gosh darn cool to me. Watch this. That's correct, Nerdy. The most. Check that out. Let's do that again. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. That's right, Billy D. Happy anniversary to Herbie too. Niff, this is the cutest card. Niffy sent me this morning. I woke up to Mushroom singing happy birthday to me. Oh, there were more surprises. I'll show you a couple of them. I woke up to these things. Wait a minute. Where's this one? Oh, this one you're gonna die. Wait. There's somebody else's birthday today. It's somebody else's birthday today. Okay? It's somebody else's birthday today. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys up front. Happy birthday to Miss Jenny. Happy birthday. We love your hubby was. Happy birthday to Jenny Waz's wife. Happy birthday. Happy wife, happy life, happy birthday to Waz's wife. She's gorgeous. Her name is Jenny. Happy birthday. 21 years. That's great. Okay, wait. You guys got to hear this. I got to put it on max. Wait. Here we go. Wazzy. I'm giving it away. I want you guys to guess whose voice this is. And don't be surprised. Oh, I've probably already given it away. Don't be surprised. Thank you to everybody. Do not be surprised if you find out that this person has a recording contract. Okay?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pops. Happy birthday to you.
What? Good morning. Thanks, Sean P. Did you guys hear that? Good morning, Cap. I love my captain. I'm gonna play that one more time.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pops. Happy birthday to you.
Isn't that beautiful, you guys? Give me 5 people that thought that was really good. Just 5's all I'm asking for. I don't think that's unreasonable right now. Give me 5 people that thought that was pretty good. Huh? If she was singing in the shower, I can tell you what color the shower curtain was. It would have been green. Okay? That's Waz's beautiful wife. Her birthday's today, too. So she woke up this morning on her birthday and sent me a birthday song. Gosh darn it, that's so cute. That's so cute. Give me a second here. I want to read something. Isn't that cute, you guys? I have to get in the shower. Later on, I'll get in the shower and I'll do a little play. Actually, I just did a croons tour. We're even. We're even. Happy birthday, Mrs. Waz. Was that not beautiful? What a beautiful voice. Seriously, seriously. She likely even put a little trill in there. Okay. Our friend here, Rodman, wrote to me a couple of days ago. I didn't return his message on purpose because I wanted to read it to you guys. And then, of course, yesterday was a little bit of a problematical situation. $190 later, we're fixed. Waz, thank you for sending me that. That made my morning, along with everything else that I'm experiencing here. But Rodman wrote me something. A few of you have, you guys all write to me this. Anyways, Rodman, I'm going to read this. One of the reasons that this, thanks, John Zook. One of the reasons that this particular note touches me is because I love mothers. I love mothers. The last 8 years of my mom's life, we spent together. We lived in the same house. And I took care of her, and she was my absolute best friend. I was single, and there's 6 kids, so it was basically felt to me to try to take care of my mom, and my mom and I had always had the most amazing, amazing relationship growing up and throughout life. And my mom was always there. And then for the last 8 years, it was my job. Not my job, it was my privilege. It was my privilege. So when I hear about people that are taking care of their parents, I know what it is. I know what it takes. And I know you sacrifice a lot. I know you put your life on hold in a lot of ways so you can make sure that the people have dignity and have a decent life at the end. And those are some personal sacrifices that you make. And it's okay. It's okay. And then you deepen bonds and relationships, and then, my mom's birthday's in 5 days. So I'll be celebrating her for the rest of my life. Anyways, I'm getting carried away because I'm thinking of my mom right now, and Rodman's mom. And we have Trip and Vic here, and we have other guys I know that are taking care of their moms. And I keep saying moms. I know dads are being taken care of too. It isn't as often because of the ages.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, get out of here. Yeah, he took care of me this morning, and I'll show you guys. Yeah. I think Brock's going to be stuck with me. All right. Wait a minute. I'm stuck with Brock. Wait. Wait, I'm confused. I'm getting so confused here. Who wants me to read Rodman's letter? Give me 5 people. Give me 5 people. Jesus Christ in full-time care for your mom? Seriously? I believe it. I believe it. And I bet you make her laugh, too. Okay? Gypsy, totally stuck with each other forever. Thanks for reminding us. Thanks for reminding us, okay? Rodman, not Dennis, Rodman Hollins. He's here. Very handsome fella if you see his picture. Okay. I just wanted you to know that despite what you're going through this last week of, the fires and I hadn't been feeling good, and boom, all of a sudden the house, and despite what you're going through, how much of an impact you've made in not just my life, but my mother's, who took the step and dosed this morning. You gotta know Pops is feeling pretty good. When moms are liking their sons more, okay? You gotta know that feels pretty good. When moms are like, hey, aren't you supposed to go watch that show today? Go to the gym. So she just took the first step and dose this morning. And she was laughing like I haven't heard in years. Laughing like I haven't heard in years. And also crying, stating what my life would have been like for my dad, grandmother, and grandfather, who all passed away in a dark place during COVID. She's saying, imagine what their life could be like now if they were doing what we're doing. Bong hit for Rodman's mom. Cleanie, did you give her one? She frequently asks, how's Pops doing? Basically, she's saying, don't forget to go to the gym. How's Pops doing? She frequently asks, have you talked to him? Tell him I'm praying for him, etc. And I just wanted to share the impact you've made and continue to make every single day. Thank you, Rodman's mom. Thank you to Rodman's mom. Okay? That's some beautiful stuff. I woke up this morning and I had a zoo. On the coffee table. I was like, where did the zoo come from? And I found out that Brock and Ruff had gone shopping. They have a certain way they can communicate. They have like good communication skills between the two of them. And so later on, Brock told me this is what happened. He said, when I was shopping, I told Ruff, get something that Pops is gonna like. Get something that he's gonna like. And Ruff thought about it for a couple of minutes. Okay, he was thinking, and he said, you know what, I know, just from personal experience, I know that Pops likes circuses. I do. He likes mythology and, history, mythology. I do. He likes paleontology. This is Ruff. Ruff's figured me out. And they're having this conversation. I don't know how a dog says paleontology, but Brock figured it out. Okay? And then he said, and then finally, I know one final thing. I know that he likes animals. Okay. So he likes animals. Why don't we try to find something? Tom's Walls. I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Tom's Walls. Thank you. So, anybody want to see what Brock and Ruff came up with together? But mostly Ruff's suggestions. Give me 5 people. This is what they came up with. Okay? You ready? Tom, do me a favor. Stop asking. I'm okay. I'm honestly, I appreciate your asking. I'm great. Brock is my son. Okay. Here we go. 5 people. Dinosaur. This was the paleontology part. Here was the mythology part. Here's the circus part. And of course, they're all animals. I've never seen a single one of these before. What the heck is this doing in my house? I've never, what are you guys doing? Okay. The dinos are next level. Oh gosh. These things, they're definitely stoner munchies, Mark Z. Yeah, a blue dinosaur, a green dinosaur. This is so thoughtful. It's really cute. All right. And then, of course, there's the mothers. That's right, Sue. Then, about 5 minutes after I woke up, there was a parade. Okay? There was a parade. And one guy brought in a flame. These guys were on fire. He made me blow them out. My favorite cake is a carrot cake. So that was from Brock this morning. I woke up. These were flaming. Animals there. I was living in a zoo. Okay. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Thank you, P. Thank you, P. I'm celebrating today. Wasn't that great? Yes, Kim, I made a wish, and I can't tell you what it is yet. Okay? Let's do this. Since I had gifts, let me give something away. I'm going to give this away. There's some supplements here, and there's some double extract tincture here. Okay? Give me a number. Between 1 I take that back. Give me a number between 25 and 50. Give me a number between 25 and 50. You can put up to 3 numbers on your line at one time. Between 25, I'm narrowing it down. Yes, the tincture is in the extract. Yes, it is. I'm narrowing it down. You only have to go between 25 and 50. Okay? I'm waiting to see that number. And then I want to send them these supplements and a tincture. You're welcome, Shawanda. I'm waiting. I haven't seen the number. We narrowed it down. It's only 25 numbers that you have to guess from. Whoop. There it is. Joe D's. Joey D. Joe D's. Joe D said 46. And by golly, by gum, that was the first 46 I saw on my screen. So Joey D, send me your address and I can send you a birthday present from Pops. Okay? Some tincture and some supplements. We'll get that mailed out to you right away. Listen, is Sling Blade here? Is Slingy around? Where's Sling Blade? If Sling Blade's here today, I have good news for him. Slingy, if you're out there listening, pop on. I have some news for Slingy, but it's only good for today. I'm sorry to say, but it's only good for today. Okay? So Joe D's, I'll get you a birthday present. whether it's your birthday or not. Sue Littlemeyer, your birthday's Monday. We're fellow Aquarius. Sue Littlemeyer, I need your address. I'm going to send you the same package. Sue Littlemeyer, I'm going to send you some supplements and tincture. Same package. Oh, and I also, on top of those packages, I'm adding Choco Shrooms. Choco Shrooms. Okay, so this is a pretty nice, that's basically what you're going to get in a box. All right, that's what Sue's getting, and that's what Joe D's is getting so far. I'm going to give another one or two of those away today. Okay, let's do that. Let's not do it. So if Slingy's around, let me know. If anybody can get a hold of Slingy, tell him Pops needs him today. All right, today's going to be the last day that he can get a hold of me on this situation. Is Sarah here this morning? I know that I'm pretty sure he's okay. Okay, Rodman, good job. Good job. Tell Slingy he's got to get over here. What's going on here? Is Sarah here this morning? Sarah sent me this. And Sarah, I got to be honest with you. I waited till today to open it. I had so much stuff from everybody for Christmas. I don't need any more gifts. I honestly don't. I shouldn't say bother. Don't send me any Christmas, birthday gifts now. In the past, I'm like, give me more. I had so much stuff from you guys on Christmas, and I spaced it out over the last few days after Christmas, that I'm presented it outed. I want to give instead of take this time. It's the other Sarah, not you? Okay. I'm waiting for the others. I'm waiting for Sarah. Let me see. There's something in here I got to look at. But it coming from Leatherwood Collection. Leatherwood Collection. Leatherwood Collection. Did anybody hear? For some reason, I thought it was Sarah. It's something from Leatherwood Collection. From the Mushroom Queen. Does anybody know anything about this? Maybe it's from the Mushroom Queen. Maybe it's from, because there's a girl on IG called Mushroom Queen, isn't there? There's a girl on IG called Mushroom Queen. I have to figure this out, because there's no, yeah, it says it right there. Happy New Year, Sarah. Sarah. So I'm looking for Sarah. I want to open it when Sarah's here. I haven't opened it yet. I mean, I opened the box, but there's something in there all wrapped up in tissue. I wonder what it is. Okay. Jesus Christ, you made it here all the way from Australia, and you put Sarah's name in the box? Tricky. That's really tricky. Michael Patterson here. Michael's usually here listening, and then he joins later to say Sean T to us all. Michael sent me one of the coolest things I've seen. And you have to know, if you know Michael. I try to call him Mike, and he goes, no, my name's Michael. And I'm like, I have to remember. Michael, sweet. I just love the man from the moment I first met him. And he has this ability to, he just gives off an energy, a vibe of amazingness. It's quite a guy. Quite a guy. Last thing in the world I expected was to get a present from him. This present's going to go in the museum. It's going to go in the museum. And it's bringing a lot of energy to the house. You've given me more than an eye full of intention and afterthought. Happy birthday, Sir Chris, from Michael. Give me 5 people that want to see what he sent me. You're going to want it, and I'm not going to give this one away. This isn't a regifter. No, this is one of those lifetime heirlooms. This is a lifetime heirloom. Now, notice that he said I'd given him an eyeful. Okay? So let's start with that part. Let's start with the eye. All right? Wood burned into the eye. Look at that. Can I get a screenshot? Wait. Move it down a little. This thing is cool. Oh yeah, custom made, handmade. There's a note in there from the maker. Michael, this is so cool. I can't even tell you. It's a scepter. It's a weapon. No, it's not a weapon. We would never use it that way. Well, unless it's a weapon of kindness. We could use it as a weapon of kindness. That'll be all right. Is that cool? I absolutely love that. I love it. The minute I open it, I'm like, oh, I love it. And even more so because it came from Michael. Okay, it's a love. It is even more so because it came from Michael. Michael is such a good man. I get the sense he doesn't make friends easily. I could be wrong, but I get the sense that he isn't the most social guy. But he sure fits in here. He sure fits in here. He fits in like a hand in a glove. Okay? I have one more thing that I picked up. It was sent to me. This might be what Kim was telling me about. Kim told me to write if you like him the second you meet him. He's one of those guys. This is so cute. Kim, is this one from you? Kim said, Pops, I sent you something. We sent you something. But it was from Amazon, so I couldn't put a thing in it. So this must be from Kim. Kim, am I supposed to be hit with your best pot? This is great. You guys will see me drinking out of this quite often. Tea Freak. Hit me with your best pot. Pot? 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 Pot of tea. What are you doing? This is so great. Thank you, Kim, Mike, and anyone else. I'm not showing these presents because I want anything more from you guys. You guys give me more than my heart can hold. And that's why it's so beautiful to be here. I get to come here and fill it to beyond capacity every single day. Yeah, Michael, it was beautiful, beautiful. She did a great job. It's beautiful in person. She put a note in there for you saying, sorry it was a little late or something like that. It wasn't late. You got to write her back and tell her it wasn't late. It made it on time. Okay? What else is going on over here? That's pretty good stuff. So thank you, everybody. I don't want to spend the whole day talking about me. Oh, maybe I do. No, I don't. I promise. But boy, you guys blessed me again. And what do we got? 68 people here telling you happy birthday. You couldn't have told me 4 years ago that 60 people would wake up in the morning and make sure that they said happy birthday to me. So thank you, my friends, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, guys. Oh, man, I feel it, Niff. I feel it. You guys are my buddies. All I want to do is help. 67, Matthew. All I want to do is help. I mean it. I just want to help before I go. Help as many people and in the kindest way you possibly can as the train's heading out. The train's heading out. Thank you, guys. Happy birthday to anyone else that I didn't. Happy birthday. Happy? Why are you crying then? Those are happy tears. Those are happy tears. Let's read something together, okay? Let's read something together. CIA. I think the CIA, this isn't politics again. We don't do politics here. But we do history. But we definitely do history. And the CIA back in the 50s had some pretty questionable history. Don't forget where they came from. They were a special group put together in World War II as a spy network. By what was his name? Bill Donovan. And then they morphed into the Central Intelligence Agency. And I think it's Central Intelligence Agency, just like everything, probably does a lot of good too. I don't doubt it. But we don't hear about that part as much. We hear the negative, and the negative is what resounds for us in our human brain, which is a shame. Why do they say in the news, if it bleeds, it leads? That's so terrible. What about if it gives, it lives? Why don't we do that? If the story gives, it lives. Anyways, the CIA. I had heard about this. I know about this in an ancillary way, and anecdotally, but there's new evidence out now that has been released as a result of the Freedom of Information Acts and some serious journalism. Speaking of which, I can't wait. I, back in the day, was a complete scholar on the JFK assassination. I feel like I'm top 1 out of 1,000 people that can tell you facts and figures and exact things. I mean, I studied the JFK assassination because it happened when I was a kid. I watched on TV Oswald being shot. It was impactful to me. I was a little boy. And as I grew up, I wanted to know more about it. And of course, I wanted to know, is it true? Are there conspiracies? What's the story behind it? No, Mr. Phillips, I don't think it was CIA. As a matter of fact, to this day right now, what I've come up with is it's a lone nut. We'd like to feel it was a conspiracy, but there's not evidence to that. But the reason I'm mentioning this is because guess what? There might be new evidence coming out that they've been withholding since the Warren Commission. And thank goodness, the final information that has always been being held in reserve, who knows why, and RFK's assassination and MLK Jr.'s assassination. All three of them, they'd been withholding information in the National Archives and other sensitive intelligence agencies, and now it's going to all be released. I can't wait to get my hands on the final information that I haven't heard about from the JFK assassination and see if it changes my mind. But I could practically write a book myself on it because I really, really do have a lot of information. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist guy. I don't dive into conspiracies immediately. But Grinny, I'm excited to see that new information. I'm mentioning all of this because you guys know I'm a historian. And there's been new releases on the CIA information too. Today, the National Security Archive celebrates the publication of a new scholarly document collection made over many years about the shocking secret history of the CIA's mind control research programs. So this isn't a conspiracy. For a long time, I wanted it to be, because just lump it in with all those other conspiracy theories. No, I wish this was a conspiracy, but it wasn't. Under code names that included MK Ultra, Bluebird, and Artichoke, the CIA conducted terrifying experiments using drugs, hypnosis, isolation, sensory deprivation, and other extreme techniques on human subjects, often U.S. citizens who frequently had no idea what was being done to them or that they were part of a CIA test. Welcome to Dr. Moreau's Island. Today's announcement comes 50 years after a New York Times investigation touched off probes that would ultimately bring MK Ultra abuses to light. The new collection also comes 70 years after, wait for it, Big Pharma, 70 years after the manufacture of LSD by U.S. pharmaceutical giant Eli Lilly and Company. Behind the scenes, they were manufacturing LSD and giving it to the CIA to test it. Let me read a couple of highlights. It's just, before I go on, is this interesting to you guys? Is this interesting? I don't want to spend time telling you guys stuff. Yeah, boring. There's some highlights from the MK Ultra collection. This just proves, and I don't know that government's changed all that much, to be honest with you. I don't know that we've gotten better. Generally speaking, I feel like we're devolving, not evolving. Look around. Highlights. A DCI approved plan in 1950 for the establishment of interrogation teams that would utilize polygraph, drugs, and hypnotism in order to attain the greatest results during interrogation. You got a POW, you got somebody you're interrogating, shoot them up with LSD. See if that works. We're going to polygraph them, drug them, hypnotize them. Guantanamo Bay. In 51, a memo that captured a meeting between the CIA and foreign intelligence officials about mind control research and their shared interest in the concept of individual mind control. The memo exists. An entry from a daily calendar of George White, who was a federal narcotics agent who ran the safe house where the CIA was testing the drugs. Drugs like LSD, and performed experiments on unwitting Americans. We have George White's memos that that's what's happening. He's in charge of the safe house. A 1952 report on the successful use of artichoke interrogation methods that combine the use of narcosis and hypnosis to induce regression and later amnesia. So we're going to drug you up, we're going to interrogate you, and then we're going to create something where you forget it even happened. You get amnesia over the event. 56, MK Ultra chief Sidney Gottlieb signs off on a project that would evaluate the effects of large doses of LSD-25 in normal human volunteers. But instead of normal human volunteers, they used it on federal prisoners in Atlanta. They're in jail anyways. Let's just test them. A 63 report from the CIA Inspector General led the CIA leadership to re-examine the use of unwitting Americans in their covert drug testing programs. After 13 years, the CIA director said, we should think about this. Maybe we shouldn't be using unwitting Americans. Is that true, Kelly? That's interesting. The report from the CIA's inspector, 83, Sidney Gottlieb in a civil case was sued in a civil case by a victim of CIA-sponsored projects that were conducted in Montreal. Despite the agency's efforts to erase this hidden history, the documents that survived this purge and that have been gathered together here present a compelling and unsettling narrative of the CIA decades-long effort to discover and test ways to erase and reprogram the human mind. The article goes on. It's a great article. We're going to hit something else here, but great article. It's in this week's Tricycle newsletter, Tricycle Day newsletter, Tricycle Day today. I don't want to be incensed because it seems so long ago, but it really wasn't. It wasn't that long ago. And they were using it like that, but they outlawed it. I want to cover one more area of interest. I want to carry one. For me, this is an extreme area of interest because it melds my study of theology along with the study of history. And there's been parts of this that I'd already heard of, and I don't think is necessarily wrong. Okay? An existential question many people spend their lifetime seeking an answer to is, where can God be found? Where can God be found? Jonathan, go to Tricycle Day, let me tell you the exact name. Tricycle Day newsletter. And it's in this week's article, Wednesday's edition. Okay? So now where can God be found? Well, some in the Jewish faith believe they already know the answer to that question. And they say psychedelics have helped get them there. Yes, God's in the tree, and God's in the bush, and God's in the plant, and God's within us. And the breath leads us straight back to God within us, our breath. You know where I'm going, Bubble. The co-founder and lead facilitator at Adama, an organization that says it cultivates safe and sacred containers for Jewish men to discover their true selves and connect in brotherhood, healthy masculinity, and divine connection. The men who attend Kay's gatherings go on journeys of self-discovery and connections with themselves and God. They do this with a tool that all people have. What do you think it is? What do you think the tool is that you're using that all people have? Other religions use it too. What do you think it is? There's a tool we all have. The iPhone. That's close, Jolie. When you're meditating, what are you managing? Our breath. It's a tool we all have. Kay doesn't call his gatherings a retreat because we don't want to retreat. We want to remember, Kay said. We get to remember our power, our love, our connection here. I create this really safe space where men who grew up in different backgrounds, in Jewish faith, who could feel safe, feel connected through the Jewish lineage, and at the same time, have access to these very kosher, safe modalities of healing. Again, I'm multi-religious. I'm just mentioning this one because this is their approach. This is their way to get here. This is going to be fascinating. At one remembrance, the modality of holotropic breathwork. This type of breathwork is often described as a psychedelic experience without the psychedelics. Participants rapidly breathe, reducing oxygen. It's believed this way of breathing may release natural DMT into the brain. DMT alters the mind the same way substances like psilocybin mushrooms and ayahuasca do. What happens through the breath work, Kay said, is that the mind starts to get quiet and we are able to drop into the body, drop into the heart, into the soul, and listen. Listen. For hundreds of years, people have reported having religious experiences while connecting with their breath and while ingesting psychedelics. A 2023 peer-reviewed study in psychopharmacology found that the percentage of participants who identified as believing in God or a higher power, increased from 29% to 59% after psychedelic use. Of the major world religions, Jewish people appear to be more embracing psychedelics, including breathwork, than most. Rabbi Rosenberg said, I find psychedelics to be the elephant in the room in this whole story. Actually, psychedelics may be the narrative at the core of it. Do you guys want me to go on? I only have about 5 more minutes in this article. Is this interesting? I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated. I'm glad to see a group getting together and figuring out how to live a more filled life. Here we go. Rosenberg said, Rabbi, he points to and interprets many specific stories in the Torah as evidence of psychedelic use through Jewish history. One example he gives, wait for this. See, we don't know. I don't know this stuff very well. One example he gives, I know some of these stories, but I didn't know this one, is the story of the high priest atoning for sin. It's the crux of the story of the Jewish holiday, Yom Kippur. In the story, the high priest enters a smoke-filled chamber. Rosenberg explains that the high priest puts the coals from an acacia tree, the psychoactive tree which contains DMT. The most psychedelic drug in the world is found in a tree. He takes 2 scoops of this incense. Acacia incense. He then has to stand in the chamber for 10 minutes or until the whole room is filled with smoke. Okay? So he's in there, he's in a smoke-filled, almost like the Snoop table. The high priest has to start his own Snoop table. Okay? If you guys were at that last Mush Fest, we basically did this, but we weren't using acacia bark. Okay? Wait. He has to stand in the chamber. So this is Rosenberg talking. So once I realized that inhalation of smoke from very specific plants that contain very specific chemicals that target very specific parts of the brain is the core of the Jewish people's religion, I said, wait a minute, time out. This one I've heard of. He also points to the story of Moses in the burning bush, where Moses reports communicating with God through it. Some theorize the bush may have actually been a burning acacia tree in Egypt. Yeah, he's seeing God. Moses was inhaling the burning acacia bush. And the next thing you know, he's coming down from the mountain with all kinds of new ideas. We do know the trees of this region are the acacia tree, which contain high amounts of DMT, high traces. Rosenberg says, I personally would guess Moses understood very well how to open up his third eye and how to communicate with God through that, which would explain how he was able to end up speaking to God and having these experiences. There's also the story of the manna that was being dropped while the Hebrew people were traveling through the desert for 40 years. What grows overnight, boom, pops up out of nowhere and is a very, very good nutritional source. You'll find them on your front lawn every once in a while. Mushrooms. The Jewish people were walking around grabbing wild mushrooms. It was one of the things that kept them going. Manna. How do you like that? A little bit more. For Kay and the work he does with Jewish men, it feels like he's experiencing something that those in ancient times may have also experienced. I do believe this breathwork is not a new technology. Kay said, the technology of breath is one of the oldest stories in Judaism. In Judaism, the word for breath is barasheth. It's one of the very first words that are ever used in the Torah. And God breathed life into things. Barasheth. So breath's very connected. Raised as an Orthodox Jew, Kay said, I was dressed as an Orthodox Jew, but my practices weren't fully aligned with the community standards. His deep spirituality and connection with himself and God came later, after he left orthodoxy behind, organized, hardcore stuff. He said breath work helped him reconnect to his Jewish faith. When we connect with our breath, we connect with our soul. And so when I found myself connecting with my breath, connecting with my soul, and getting the clarity that I needed, connecting with God with no middleman, that's when it all became okay. Final thing. Participant Yossi Kagan reported having a transformative experience. He said breathwork and psychedelics have helped him get closer to God. It gave me that knowing, Kagan said. And then finally, if there's certain plants today that governments are saying are illegal and you can go to jail for them, but also happen to be fundamental plants of world religions, we have to ask ourselves a question. Shouldn't we have access to those plants? Shouldn't we study them? So I'm informing other humans what their inheritance is, that this is their text. This is their Torah. This is what it says about those plants. This is the storyline. Know about it because it's yours. I love that. I love that. Compare that to some of those churches that are out there doing the things that they've done to do the rip. Compare the difference. You can hear the difference. You can hear the difference in the words they use. You can hear the difference in their motives. So it's fantastic. Let's do our reading for today. I picked two kind of small ones, but they're special to me. Two. And they're my birthday message. Okay? They're my birthday message. We're taking them back one tub at a time, Kim. A surety of roots. I'm going to read two readings to us today. They're both out of the Book of Awakening. This guy's quite a poet. He gets me to think. And I love how he uses nature to help with his explanations. He needs a cancer survivor. He literally was this close to being dead from cancer, and changing the modality of his thinking healed him. And that's his thoughts. You didn't come into this house so I might tear a piece off of your life. Perhaps when you leave, you'll take something of mine. A chestnuts, roses, or a surety of roots. That was written by Pablo Neruda. I'm going to read that again. You did not come into this house so I might tear a piece off of your life. Perhaps when you leave, you'll take something of mine. You didn't come into my house so I could tear a piece of your life off of you. You came into my house, and perhaps you'll leave with a piece of mine, something of mine. That's beautiful. People don't come into your life to be torn up. People don't come into your life to be abused or treated wrongly. People come into your life so you can give them something. Perhaps the most stubborn thing that keeps us from knowing love is distrust. Certainly we have more than enough reasons in our world to be cautious, alert, and guarded against being hurt or taken advantage of. going to be hard to be hurt if you're not taking things personal. Practicing the agreements. The fact remains that in spite of all the news and all the terrible stories that we pass on at parties, there is no other doorway into kindness and all its gifts but through the gentle risk of opening ourselves, however slightly, and trying. The question we must ask ourselves every day, which is more debilitating? To be cut off from love or to be scarred by the pain of being hurt? You get to choose two choices. Cut off from love, or you got scarred from the pain of trying. What makes Neruda a great poet is the largeness of his heart. And through his large kindness, he suggests that giving heals. Giving heals. Giving heals. And that until we step into that space between each other and try, nothing can happen. But once we do, giving and receiving become the same thing. We all go stronger for being there together. T-Crew. Our giving and our receiving become the same. One more. The glory around you begins every day. Today's my birthday. The glory around me. The friends, the kindnesses, the ability to be something for someone. To need to grow so you're not a phony baloney. The need to actually practice what you preach. Woe to the person that preaches but isn't practicing it. The glory around you is born again each day. Creation is ongoing. The world begins anew every day. Not just my birthday. This is the miracle that makes not a sound, but changes everything. If we can be quiet enough to feel it happen, our brain gets so busy. We get so much noise. We forget to feel it happening. The new creations. I get busy. I start doing world stuff. I start worrying about a grow house. I start this and I go that. My brain's getting so busy, I stop listening. When we can participate in a quiet listening, our world begins anew every single day. Consider how the sun washes the earth with its heat, and then clouds dissipate, and grasses grow, and stones crumble when no one is looking. And when they crumble, they reveal a smoother, deeper face. Stones are out there crumbling right now as we live our little lives. It's the same with us. In a moment of realness, the clouds in our mind clear, and our passion is restored, and our walls can crumble when no one's looking. Who cares? It all continues and refreshes. So let it. It all renews so subtly. We think it is night that covers the world, but everything living is recreated in the mysterious moment of rest that blankets us all. Our night times Our mysterious moments of rest is when we grow the most. I know that's true in nature. I see it in my tubs. I see it in my bags. Nighttime, that's when they pop. You wake up in the morning, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. We see it happen every day in every way in nature. At times, you blink. If you pause to let your heart flutter with nothing but air to flutter about, each time you open your eyes, you can begin again. It's true. Each time we open our eyes, especially our spiritual eyes, every time we open our eyes is a moment of resurrection, a moment we can begin again. That's the true born again. We're born again every single day because we're learning to live together, and our giving becomes our receiving. What a beautiful day. Thank you guys for sending me the most amazing Christmas, birthday gifts and kindnesses and thoughts and messages. And I got to go dance on the roof. I'm going to go dance on the roof if it's not snowing outside. I got to do some kind of a dance somewhere and just shout to the heavens about my happiness. Happy birthday to the world. Happy birthday to each of us every single day. We grow again, we renew every day, not just your birthdays. I love you all too, Free. You guys go have a beautiful day, okay? And I'll see you guys here next week. We should see Brock. I don't know how to go away from here because it's such a warm feeling. It's like nobody wants to get out of the shower when it's cold outside, but it's like nice and warm in here and I'm in the shower. I don't want to get out. I don't want to get out of the shower. Okay? It feels too good to be in here. You guys go have the most amazing day. Do 4 things. Let's keep working on our agreements. We got to continue to be impeccable. Know that the power of your word is so powerful. Use it for goodness and kindness. Choose that. Choose it verbally and mentally. We don't want to take anything personal. Who cares? Man, if I'm doing my thing, I'm Teflon. If I'm doing my thing, I'm connected. Personal expectations. I don't have any. I didn't expect one gift. I didn't expect one DM. And because I didn't, I'm flooded. The people that sit around, where's mine? Where? I don't get it. Not too many people want to send that guy something. I know that guy. I don't usually send that guy something. I love sending something to somebody that didn't expect it. No expectations, and you'll receive. And I'm not just talking about physical gifts. Expectations, poison. And then finally, do your best. Every single minute of every single day. If you're doing your best, there is nothing more that needs to be said. You're a shining star on the top of a hill. So go shine and have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Thanks for letting me preach. I get carried away over here, don't I? I mean, 5 people that say Pops gets a little carried away. Michael, expectations equal suffering. 100%. 100%. You're suffering through every bit of the expectation. Okay? Right, Rodman, I never do that. Okay? I'm not for man, not that guy. Man, I'm born for it. I literally am born for this. I don't do it the perfect. I'm not the best at it. Don't need to be. But I'm doing what I'm born to do. And that's how come I'm so passionate. Shine on, you crazy diamonds. Anthony and Carnivorous and Michael, thank you, Michael, for an amazing present. Every time I look at it, I'm going to think of you. Freddie Hinkle and Rodman and Niffy And Whiskey, nice to see you. Gosh, I love you, Whiskey. If I do get up to the roof, I'll try to get it filmed. Notorious, thank you. Give me 5 people free. Why did we start that 4 years ago? Sanam, thank you for being here. Mike Barabal, Notorious, thank you. Saul, Pops is preaching. Free. Old is not even a good word. Mr. Phillips, Calico Kid, hello Calico. Bubblegum, you're a good guy. Shawanda, thank you, sweetie. Niffer Mama, thank you, my dear. Anthony, Jesus Christ, 5280 all day. Frey, Jonathan, hello Jonathan Rose, and Clean Grow, and Michael Patterson Dharma, Jolie Cantor, thank you, sweetheart. Trent, you are a good guy. Thanks, Trent. Free Herbie Whiskey. Oh, that would be nice. Nerdy Fred Hinkle, Mush Hunter. There you go. Shawanda, thank you. Sid Hunter, Sue Littlemeyer, Jesus Christ, Sarah Bear, Cleany Joe D's, Whiskey, Paige, and Mike Baraball, Sanum Pops, peace. Happy birthday, Pops. See you guys next week. Give, and it becomes your reception. Giving becomes your receiving. Isn't that beautiful?